Okay, this next fly we're going to tie is another popular streamer pattern. It's called a Zonker. And again, like the Chernobyl ant, this is a good pattern for trout and steelhead, but it's also one of my favorites for bass, panfish. I've got crappie on it. We're just going to start basically putting some thread on. This is a streamer hook. Put some thread on the streamer hook and wind it back to the bend. Then we use this material. You can also find it in a craft store, fly shop, sell it. But it comes with a cotton core. Once you slip that core out, it almost becomes like a Chinese finger trap. And you can slide the frayed edge over the eye of a hook and down the shank of the hook. Now that I have my thread in the back, I can latch this down with a few quick wraps. The leftover, you can feel the eye of the hook inside here. I'm just going to snip off right before the eye. And I'm going to finish latching this down with a couple half hitches. Leave it all by itself in the back. And then come up here to the front and start again. This time I'm going to push some of this material back and lash my fly down, and then lash the rest of that tubing down. This is really a quick and dirty way to get a fish scale look on a fly. You can see how much flash that adds. I leave this hang off the back just to maybe add a little more flashy, attractive nature to the fly. Then we're going to take a strip of rabbit, regular old white rabbit strip. Sometimes you can find it already pre-cut and packaged. And this one I cut from a hide, and we're going to lay that on top, right at the front of the hook, right behind the eye. And I'm going to tie that in with a few wraps so that that streams back from the top of the fly like that. And I'm going to cut the waste material off the front here and finish my thread wraps and form a nice clean head right there on the front of the fly. Make sure you cover up any extra material, any extra piece of rabbit hide, and this is just going to form a nice neat head right there at the front. You can see I'm taking my time, just one layer over the other, make a nice tapered head, just like that. Take the whip finish, come in here again, 1, 2, 3, give it a couple whips, flip the thread. And that's about as simple as they come. This fly, I've caught bass, I've caught pike on it. Once you get that rabbit strip wet, it breathes in the water. Just moves on its own. It's really a good bait fish imitation. Always have one in your fly box. Zonker.